Hi there. This is Trevor Ceniviva. This is my final project presentation for IST664 natural language processing. For my project, I did some programmatic timestamping of historical documents through NLP classification. So the objective here is to accurately classify text from foreign policy documents, like memos or bulletins, into either World War I or World War II using NLP classification techniques. Some background on this objective. Historical documents can at times be difficult to timestamp because they were found after a fire or something like that, or someone tried to destroy some documents, or we just don't know what the source of the document was. And this is critical for academic work, including potentially future NLP projects, and proving out this basic ability to categorize by time period may improve analysis further along. The data that I used comes from the U.S. Department of State's Office of the Historian. They publish volumes of international affairs documents known as FRUS or the Foreign Relations of the U.S. And each of the volumes that they publish contains government documents from various Department of State sources. And I used documents from both World War I and World War II, obviously. Some challenges here. The data set became really large really fast. There are over 1,000 documents per volume published, and multiple volumes were published for any given year. As you can imagine, the US itself is producing a lot of documents, and then a lot of documents are coming in from consulates and embassies from around the world, along with the fact that the documents come in as ebooks. The size made it difficult to process things quickly. And it was also a struggle at first to figure out how to split the large volumes up into the respective documents. And so initially, I actually ran some of my experiments at the sentence level. I also used these sources for some exploratory analysis, including frequency analysis and part of speech sentiment analysis. And some of my initial findings are listed here. I'll just call out the increased importance of individual actors in the Second World War compared to the First. A lot more frequent mention of individuals like Roosevelt or Stalin, or of their roles like president or prime minister. And then in terms of part of speech, there's definitely a lot more urgent phrase usage in World War II than in World War I. Some of the classification feature set building that I did, obviously I labeled every sentence or document as World War I or World War II. And then beyond that, I built features around bag of words, bag of bigrams, part of speech, tags, and then Porter and Lancaster stemming. And again, I ran these experiments at both the sentence and document levels. Some of the outcomes at the sentence level, right off the bat, bag of word classification had a success rate of 77%. I pulled out years for the list of stop words, like 1917 or 1918, in order to sort of simulate an example where we didn't have actual proof of when the document was from, and that lowered the success rate only by 1% actually. And then bigrams were a little less successful, as well as stemming for the sentences. So far on the document front, I have done bag of words classification with an 84% success rate. I then layered in bigrams to the bag of words classification, and success rose to 87%. An initial part of speech classification had a success rate of only 68%. But when I added part of speech to the unigrams, it rose to 87%. And so those are the outcomes that I've been able to compile so far. I have additional work to do over the next week to try and experiment and improve. But happy to take any questions offline. Thanks.